It all started a few years ago.
A mysterious cube of trash has appeared in the suburbs of Austin, Texas, leaving residents and authorities baffled.
2 villains came to conquer Earth and would stop at nothing. So I stepped up. Over the years, I've built a tank, a mech suit, and a whole bunch of other crazy weapons to stop them, but it's only ever slowed them down. Every day, their force grows stronger. They're relentless and must be stopped. So I assembled a team of heroes. Boxing glove guy, a mutant clone with huge boxing glove hands. Purple dude, a lovable alien from very far away. Robot, a battle machine who's also a really chill guy. And Soxus, a half-human, half-sock hero. And oh yeah, we also just so happen to be roommates. The cosmic roommates. Oh! Yeah! It was the first week of summer vacation, and me and my roommates were on the couch watching our favorite show, BattleBots. We knew that this summer was about to be awesome. Yeah! Or at least, that's what we thought.
Oh! We interrupt BattleBots to bring you some urgent news. Aww. We'll be quick. A band of aliens has arrived outside the city of Austin, Texas, with what can only be described as a giant laser cannon. We can now go live to our unpaid intern with the full story.
We have their leader with us now. What's going on here, sir?
This laser's gonna be done charging in 3 days. If this guy and his roommates don't surrender by then, we're gonna use it to blow up every city on Earth, starting with Austin, Texas. Yeah!
You heard it here first. Back to you.
This wasn't looking good. Not only did they have this city-destroying laser cannon, but they also stole every battle vehicle and weapon I have ever built. We were doomed. How are we supposed to fight back if I didn't have any weapons?
Guys, we gotta do something. If we're gonna fight back, it's gonna be the biggest battle we've ever fought. I'm gonna have to build some crazy battle vehicles if we're gonna stand a chance.
Dude, you should build a BattleBot. That won't help. BattleBots are tiny.
Unless I build a giant one that I can drive it.
Yeah! Dude, yes. Go.
If I'm gonna build a BattleBot, I'm gonna need a lot of stuff.
So I ran to my shed to try to find some supplies, and I didn't have a ton to work with, but I did have an idea as to how I could get a lot of what I needed for this BattleBot.
All right, so I'm gonna take this thing apart and salvage whatever I can, but most importantly, we need these wheels. All right, so we've got some good news and we've got some bad news. The good news is that the wheels and the steering situation are in pretty good shape. And the bad news is that this motor is completely shot. But before I worry about any of that, I need to rebuild this frame.
Because this frame is made out of wood, and if I want this BattleBot to survive any real battle, I'm gonna have to reinforce this frame with steel. So I used some steel from an old bed frame.
Okay, now that our frame is all reinforced, the back axle is on, and then I created a little spot here to put my batteries and stuff. And now I have to create a spot for me to sit. Okay, this thing is cool. This thing is really cool. It's pretty cool. This thing's really cool. All right, now I am all set to put my motor on here and stuff, but like I said, this one's broken, so I gotta order a new one. Now while I wait for that to arrive, I wanna start working on the front. Now I wanna build like a battering ram plow type thing right on the front. That way I can just crash into stuff. So in order to do this, I'm gonna need to build like a big shield type thing. And I'm gonna have to make it virtually indestructible. So that way it'll create protection for the driver and destroy the enemies.
But how would I make this plow really strong?
Yo, throw me that lid. All right, so see this? This is gonna go right up front here, and it's gonna blast into things.
But if I want this thing to stand a chance against my old tank or my old mech suit, I'm gonna have to make sure it's super strong and secure it to the frame extremely well.
Okay, now this thing looks like it could do some serious damage, but we got a pretty big problem here. So let's just say I'm charging this thing towards the enemy mech suit. If I hit it, it's gonna fall right on top of me and then I'm dead. So in order to protect my upper body from any sort of incoming damage, I'm gonna need to build some sort of roll cage thing over the top.
Now, I've never built a roll cage before, so I wasn't quite sure what I was actually looking for. But I did end up finding it right away, and it was gonna be pretty perfect. These curved metal bars were about to make the perfect front end of this roll cage, and I was about to accomplish a level of trash ingenuity that no man has ever accomplished before.
All right, this thing's starting to look really sick. We just gotta do one more thing and then the roll cage is complete. I gotta put some sort of roof and windshield on this thing that could withstand a ton of damage. So I think I'm gonna use a bunch of this metal stuff. It's thin, I can see through it, and it's made out of steel, so it should be able to take a hit. Yes! I love how this looked. It looks so cool. So now I gotta figure out what kind of weapons I wanna put on this thing. But before I do that, I gotta put the motor on.
Now that I had a motor, it was time to get it all hooked up to batteries and installed on the back of the BattleBot.
You know what? I just realized something. Having all my electronics and controls exposed on the back here is gonna make it really easy for an enemy to just take out my motor and make my BattleBot completely useless. So I need to figure out a way to protect all my electronics back here.
And considering the bad guys have all my old weapons, they could really do some damage here, and I can't let that happen.
All right, explain to me how this thing works one more time. What?
Just your standard trashophonic quadrocarbinator.
All right, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but maybe you explain it like you're talking to a 3-year-old because these guys, they're not as smart as us.
You put trash in this thing, which charges the laser. Once the laser's fully charged, pull this lever to activate the cannon. Then, just point it at your target, press the button on this detonator to fire the laser. It'll be strong enough to destroy the city.
Ah, so it's a trashophonic quadrocarbinator.
Exactly.
Now, where was I? Right, I was trying to figure out a way to protect all the motor electronics and stuff, and I think I found it.
Yeah, dude, if I gut this and like take all the stuff out of it, this would be a perfect spot to put all the electronics to keep it totally protected.
So I went ahead and removed all the stuff from inside the old grill, and I mounted it to the back of the BattleBot. Then I hooked up all my wires and electronics inside the grill box. Once that was all done, there was only one thing left to do. Put this thing to the test.
I upped the speed a little bit. Let's do this.
Well, now that I knew that the front plow part worked extremely well, I wanted to really test out the roll cage on top.
I'm a little nervous on this one because look at that thing. That tower is super intimidating, but that is why I built the roll cage, so we should be okay.
So as you can see here, the garbage can rolled right over the top of the BattleBot, and I was perfectly safe.
Bro, this thing like completely destroyed it. It doesn't go that fast, but like it's got so much power, and that plow on the front is super strong. Let's go.
We might have a fighting chance here. This thing is nuts.
Okay, well now that we know that our BattleBot drives, it's time for the really fun part. Designing the weapon and building the weapons. So as you can see here, there's a bunch of different types of BattleBots and they all got different types of weapons. And I wanna have giant weapons mounted on either side of this thing.
Now, time for the big question. What kind of weapons am I gonna put on this thing? I mean, BattleBot's got all sorts of different options.
Yeah, dude, there I am right there. Right there, that's me getting on the bus.
Cool.
You good, dude? I'm just trying to figure out what kind of weapons to put on the BattleBot. Oh, dude, Robot can help. He knows everything about BattleBots.
Yeah, I know a little bit about BattleBots.
He knows everything about BattleBots. That's why I love this guy. Any suggestions on weapons?
Yeah, you should build a hammer arm and a saw blade arm.
Told you he knows everything. All right, cool. All right, yeah, dude, open it back up to that page. Soxus. Okay, we gotta build a saw blade arm and a battle hammer arm. Okay, so imagine we got this big saw blade arm coming off of this side and a giant battle hammer mounted to this side. That would make this BattleBot pretty nuts. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start by building the battle hammer.
Okay, now I've always wanted to build a battle hammer, so even though the world was at stake here, I was still gonna really enjoy this part.
All right, so I want this hammer to be like this mallet style hammer, you know, like the one in Smash Bros that goes. All right, so the first thing I gotta do is figure out how to make a giant, wacky part.
Yo, how about we use a garbage can? Better yet, how about we use 2 garbage cans? That way I can create that symmetrical mallet look. But we're not gonna use this trash can because this trash can's trash.
So I started by cutting the top third off of each garbage can so I had 2 smaller pieces to work with. And then I started, well, actually it's gonna be kind of hard to describe what I actually did here. I'd like fold the metal out and like fan it into each other. I mean, look at it. It was definitely not something you do every day. There was no right way to build this hammer. But either way, it still came out pretty sweet.
What in the King DDD have I done? I need to be stopped.
But more importantly, I need to figure out how to mount this hammer. So I attached this bar stool swivel thing to the side of the BattleBot to help the hammer turn up and down. Then I just figured out a way to fasten the hammer to the bar stool swivel thing and...
Yes! Yes! This is so sick!
Because physics exists, it was really hard to move from within the BattleBot, so I needed a creative way to relieve the tension off the hammer. But how? I was super stumped.
Do you see this? Do you see this? This is what the ideal body looks like. This doesn't just happen, Soxus. This has to be earned. This is what happens when you do resistance band training every day.
Wait, resistance bands? That's it. Oh yeah, this is gonna be great.
Snacks. Dude, it's not his head. I saw him take it off in a video. Dude, I know, but the video is just a joke. The comic is what really happened. It's the real... Okay, so here's my super awesome genius idea. I'm gonna take this resistance band right here
and tie it to the bottom of the frame right here.
And then attach it to the end of the hammer like this. It'll create this super crazy spring-loaded effect. Let's see how it works. Oh, dude, yeah. Okay, hold up, this is... All right, I gotta be careful not to hit the ceiling, but this is working a lot better than I thought it was going to. This is so sick. Yes! The world is so lucky I'm a good guy and not a bad guy, because, yeah. Dude, look at that, it's completely dented. Bro, look at this garbage can. It is just a crumpled ball of tin. That is incredibly fun to do. I just can't believe I literally crushed a garbage can with a garbage can. Okay, but we are experiencing a little bit of damage on the bottom here. So I'm gonna try and reinforce the spot that hits.
Because unfortunately, it's not gonna be garbage cans I'm going up against. No. This BattleBot's gonna have to go up against pure evil.
They surrendered yet? The cosmic roommates have been awfully quiet, and that can only mean one thing. They're up to something. You figure out what they're doing and report back to me. Oh! Well, come on. Quit standing around. World ain't gonna conquer itself. Hello there, doofus dudes.
Man, I didn't know he had telekinesis.
I saw you were conquering Earth again on the television. I had to see it for myself. What is this, your 20th attempt?
No! 23rd.
Well, this time it looks like you might be onto something this time. I guess what I'm trying to say is, count me in. Hold up. Listen, you could join us, but remember, I'm the main bad guy now, so you gotta play by my rules. I'm serious! This is my operation! I'm in charge!
Of course, of course. You're in charge.
My
much better. Well, now that this is done, time to start working on our second weapon. And for that, we are doing a giant saw blade arm. Similar to what I did in my battle suit video here, except it's gonna be giant and it's gonna be on my battle bot. So in order to make a giant saw blade arm, we're gonna need to build a giant saw blade. Yo, grab that piece of wood.
Now obviously I still had a lot of work left to do on this battle bot, and if those aliens were serious about blowing up the city, time was definitely running out. So while I was in the garage finishing up this saw blade arm, I sent my roommates out to the yard to set up an obstacle course for me to test my battle bot on.
I am proud to say that my saw blade arm for the BattleBot is officially done. And I gotta say, this thing is pretty insane. So not only does this thing connect to the BattleBot and work perfectly, and I can just control it from here and move it to wherever I want. Let's say the bad guys are winning. Let's say they do something to my BattleBot and then I'm immobilized and then I gotta do the rest of the fight on foot. The saw blade arm doubles as some crazy saw blade axe anime weapon. I don't know what to call it, but look at this thing! This is like straight out of a video game. I know I say this every time I build something, but this? The hammer, dude, the saw thing, the roll cage? This is the coolest thing I have ever built.
Now one thing's for sure, this BattleBot was definitely battle ready.
Let's go, baby!
Everything was going exactly as planned, and this BattleBot was destroying everything in its path. But, unfortunately, we weren't out of the woods yet.
Hey, we got a problem.
What do you mean, problem?
He's been building something.
Is it bad?
Yeah, it's bad.
Stay where you are. I'm sending in the birds.
Now, although I'm off to a great start, this is far from over. This BattleBot is great, but it's just not going to be enough.
All right, go! Let's go! 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 Come on! Come on!
The odds are stacked against us. Even with this BattleBot, there's no way we can defeat the enemy. I'm gonna need something more.
Yeah, those birds should do some damage. I hope those cosmic roommates are having fun. This laser's really coming along, guys. We're already 50% charged.
Yeah! Wow, so we're really gonna blow up the city with this thing, huh?
Hey, don't touch that. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun.
What do you think they want?
Well, they're definitely here to destroy Jake's builds. Don't let them get to the garage, guys. Got it. All right, let's start building this tank. Now, obviously, I've built a tank before, but this one I'm gonna build a little differently. Because the tank that the enemy stole from me has a weakness that they don't know about. But I do, because I built it. You see, the tank can only shoot low if it's far away from me. So as long as I maintain a close distance to the tank, it can't hit me. So I'm gonna build a tank, but it's gonna be a mini tank. But instead of only having one cannon on there, I'm gonna put 2 cannons on here because that's 100% more cannons, which is double the amount of cannons that the enemy tank has.
But first, I needed to gather some supplies. supplies, so the first part of building any tank is building a vehicle to drive. So naturally I started by building a frame. Now this frame had to be strong, low to the ground, and most importantly, I had to be fast. Because those aliens were working hard and their laser was already over halfway charged. Once I had my frame figured out, I started assembling the back wheels. And once the back wheels were on, I started working on the most complicated part of any vehicle build. The steering. Now, I wanted to put a proper steering kit on here, but since I was crunched for time, I had to settle for foot steering, which is not ideal. But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Huh? Pretty sweet. We got some steering now? All right, now we gotta throw a motor and stuff on here. But unfortunately, I don't have another motor.
So I had to go to the shed and salvage a motor from an old build. And unfortunately, my monster scooter had to be sacrificed.
Okay, we are all wired up now. Let's see if this thing works. Oh, okay. That's pretty quick. We got a motor. Okay, now that this thing moves, I need to finish up my control room seat area, and I need to build up so I can protect myself.
So I was definitely in some uncharted territory here, wasn't really sure on how to do this the right way, so I just started screwing boards into an upright position so I could build walls and a top hatch later on.
All right, the frame of this thing's coming along pretty good. I just need something to go over the top of me to make it feel more like a tank.
Now I wasn't really sure if I had anything that would really work right, because I was kind of low on trash at the time, but I ended up actually finding the perfect thing. A wheelbarrow. But this isn't just any wheelbarrow. This wheelbarrow has a hidden katana inside it. It's pretty cool. And it'll also probably make the perfect top hatch for my tank.
All right, now this is starting to look more like a tank. I just need to take off all this stuff up on top. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I put this thing on like a hinge and it comes down over me like this. Boom. So I have to cut a hole in the top of this so my head can stick up through it, but I still need to keep my head protected. So, stay right there, I got an idea. We're gonna use this basket thing to protect my face. You know what I mean? Put it like right here or something, so that way I can put my head in there and yeah, you know what I'm saying. All right, I gotta make this thing, open up like this so I can get in and out.
So I just needed to find some hinges so I could turn this wheelbarrow into like a door hatch tank type thing. But man, I really hope the guys are doing okay.
Come on, you stupid sword! What? Come on, nice chicken! Nice chicken! Purple dude, what are you doing? Go beast mode! I'm trying! We'll try harder!
We have what we need, let's go!
No! Robot! No! Robot! Robot. No. No. Ah, dang it. Come on. I meant to do that. Is that all you got, bro? Come on, fight me. Come on. What, you done already? Is that all you got? This ain't over. Come on, man. I want to fight. You don't want to fight? Come on, fight me, dude. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Just give it a break, dude.
Yeah! Okay. All right, this is good.
So at this point in the building process, I had to start working on the walls to create a nice protective barrier for the driver. Because let's be honest, those aliens had all my old builds, which means they can cause a lot of damage. Which means I need to make sure that this tank is capable of enduring a lot of damage. So I made sure to only use the best garbage for this tank.
That's looking pretty sick now, but here's the best part. It's completely armored, and the driver will be completely protected by anything. Check it out. Dodgeball, easy. All right, rollerblade, get real. Fire hydrant, ha! I think I did a pretty good job of making this tank do tank stuff, like protect. But there is one massive problem with this. It really doesn't look anything like a tank. And sure, it's a crazy armored vehicle, but it doesn't shoot anything. And tanks gotta be able to shoot stuff. But before I do all that, I gotta figure out a way to make this thing look more like a tank. Oh, I actually got an idea. Stay right there. Check this out.
Ooh, okay. See, the idea here is to take this tire tread and wrap it around the outside of the tank to give further protection to the wheels and, also make it look more like a tank. Because tanks got those really cool treads.
Okay, now that looks like a tank. This is starting to look really nice. Yeah, honestly, once I get some cannons on this thing, it's gonna look really scary. All right, well now we gotta put not one, but 2 cannons on this thing. Yeah, Jake, I gotta say, I'm really stoked about the fact that we're doing 2 cannons on this tank instead of 1. Yeah, I mean, the old tank was really cool, but it did only have 1 cannon, and because this one's gonna have 2, I think that's a lot cooler. Yeah, I agree that the other tank was pretty cool, but this one I think is actually gonna be much cooler because it has 2 cannons instead of just the 1. Yeah, 1 cannon is cool, but 2 cannons is double cool. Yeah, it's like 100% cooler. I have to say that I agree. Are you guys putting on 2 cannons instead of 1? Yeah. Did you order a comic book? Yeah, obviously, and a plushie. I got the purple dude plushie too. I appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's start working on the... Hey, Jake, we gotta talk. Come on out here, fight me. Come on, come at me, bro. What are you, chicken? I can say that, you can't say that. I'm not done yet. What are we doing just standing here? We gotta get Robot back. Dude, we can't. We're totally outnumbered. Yeah, let me just finish my battle vehicle so we can actually stand a chance. Robot doesn't have time for that. We have no idea what they're doing to him. We gotta go now. If we go now, they'll win. And then the whole city's destroyed. But he can go beast mode, and we'll beat him easy. You know he can only go beast mode for like 10 minutes before he passes out for an hour. We only need 10 minutes. You know that's not true.
Don't thou lecture me about truth and falsehoods, Jake of House Carlini. Hold your tongue, boy.
Lest us not squabble of trivial qualms, but of the matter at hand.
Our brother has been captured by the enemy. 'Tis our duty to save him. We cannot win this war on Heart alone. We need machines.
I will fulfill my promise of battle machines before the fortnight ends.
Yeah! Spare me, you fools. A fortnight would be too late. I'd wager by sundown my friend would be nothing but a heap of nuts and bolts. And if we ride now, we all perish.
I wish to stop speaking this way.
Yo!
It hurts my throat. If you guys really cared about Robot, we'd be out there right now getting him back. You know we care. We just can't go yet. No! You don't care about him. You clearly don't care about me. Boxing glove guy, wait, bro, come on, we need you. So you finally came out to fight, huh? Oh!
Hey, a little trouble in paradise?
You got some nerve coming around here.
I got an offer, let me explain.
You got 10 seconds and I start swinging.
Those guys in there, they don't respect you. They're threatened by you. You're a leader, and they just hold you back. You should join us like your robot friend did.
He would never join you!
Come see for yourself sometime.
Well, things are not looking too good for us right now, but I can't let that stop me. I still got a lot of work to do.
Okay, so I'm thinking something kind of like this. So that way I can have a cannon on either side of me. Okay, so here's how these cannons are supposed to work. We gotta have a combustion chamber where the explosion happens, and then we need to have a barrel where the stuff that we're shooting out goes. And as you can see here, this pipe is a lot thicker than this pipe here. This pipe is rated for pressure, while this one is not. So what I'm gonna do here is use the thicker stuff for the combustion chamber and the thinner stuff for the barrel.
I started by cutting the pipes to length, then gathering all the components needed to build a cannon from all over the garage. Then I started priming the fittings, then started gluing the fittings. Now this part's really important, because if you don't glue these things right, once they're under pressure, bad things happen. So, gotta make sure they're glued on really good.
All right, our cannons are almost done here. We just need to finish up the combustion chamber. And for that, we're gonna need something flammable, and we're gonna need this stuff. Okay, I just need to connect the torch to these things, and then they're ready to try out.
But there was one problem. I actually had no idea what I was gonna shoot out of these cannons, so I had to go figure that out.
All right, boot him up. We gotta know what Carlini's planning.
Whoa. You know I'm not gonna tell you anything, right?
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd say that. Looks like we're gonna have to get creative.
Oh, thanks. I was feeling low. I could use a charge.
Oh, come on, guys. We gotta get this guy to talk. I can make him talk. Orange dude, you tangerine devil.
Okay, now what am I gonna shoot out of these cannons? Man, can't find anything. Wait, spike balls?
Let's do this. Whoa, nice cannon. What are you gonna do with that? Save the world or something? Haha, get real.
Oh, zip it.
Okay, I bet you couldn't even save a Frank's toaster store with that thing.
Okay, FYI, I was only given this thing like 10% power.
They literally fit in here perfectly.
All right, these cannons are gonna work great. The spike ball, honestly, genius move. Okay, now that we know that these things actually work, it's time to hook them up to the tank.
I started securing the cannons to the side of the tank and then running the propane lines from the cannon to inside the driver's seat so I could easily reach them while driving. And then there was only one last thing I needed to do to this tank.
Okay, so this thing isn't really functional, but it looks really cool and it looks really spooky, so we're going with it.
Okay, so I had my new tank and I had a battle bot, but I can only drive one, so I should probably figure out which one of my roommates is gonna drive the tank.
Let me try. You never let me do anything. I'm your old pal. Come on. Jake, please. I'm begging you. I'm literally begging you. I'm literally begging you. Please, Jake.
Just let him do it.
Please, Jake. Okay. Yes.
All right, dude, let me tell you how this works. I already know what I'm doing. This is gonna be just like my video games.
This is nothing like a video game.
I'll be the judge of that. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is nothing like my video game!
Well, mission accomplished, I guess. But I still had to make sure this tank was ready for battle.
How about that, robot?
dude, that's literally just a toaster.
I can't believe it! Oh Lord, he's invincible!
I could just...
The nerd's gonna torture him. What are you gonna do? Calculate him to death?
Give him the old razzle-dazzle, are you? More like Dorkter scientist.
Yeah, more like Dorkter. Someone give me something.
Guy can't even grow a fireman's mustache.
Look at me, I'm like a scientist. Oh, God. Whoa. You get a logarithm? Oh, no, I left my protractor at home.
I will do anything you command.
Yo, Dr. Scientist, you're the man, bro. Well, look who it is. Look who decided to show up. I've been looking for a fight all day. You ready for a chicken fight, dude? Ask Peter Griffin how that worked out for him. Stop ignoring me. Let's go. You got the tank. Let's go. Not so fast. Oh, now you're paying attention. Well, take this. Whoa. Whoa.
You got 3 seconds before I deep fry you into space.
Yeah, right. I ain't going anywhere.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you. 3.
Whoa. 2. All right, hold on. Maybe we just time out for a second.
Right on.
Well, we got 1 step forward, but 2 steps back. Sure, we gained a tank, but we lost 2 friends. Without Boxing Glove Guy, we really don't stand a chance, especially with Robot under Red Dude's control. Not to mention, their laser cannon is almost fully charged. There's only 3 of us, underpowered and outnumbered. But maybe there's still hope for our city. Maybe with 1 more build, we can survive the final battle.
Clones, I need your help building a mech suit. Cause today, we fight back. Okay? Let's do it. You, find me some lumber. You, find me some wheels. So here's what I'm thinking. I'll build a robot mech suit that you can stand inside of.
It'll be super angry, have a swinging battle axe, and a shield with a cannon in it. So it'll look kind of like this.
So the first thing I'm gonna need to do is figure out a way to get this thing moving.
Like using an electric skateboard. Or maybe even using 2 electric skateboards.
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be perfect. If I just bridge these boards across the skateboards, I can build a platform in the middle that allows me to build the mech on top of it. So that way, when I stand on it, I can just...
We're gonna sit on this thing now. Okay. Yo! This is so scary!
Alright, now that we know that this thing works a little too good, we're gonna start working on building the body. But we've got a big problem with this. I wanted to build this thing so I could stand in it like this. But if I stand in it, it's gonna be way too tall, and if it's too tall, it's gonna be top heavy. And if it's top heavy, it's gonna fall over when I start to drive.
And if I make it too tall, I'm not gonna be able to drive it out of the garage.
So, I'm gonna build it like this with a little seat inside of it, so that way it lowers the center of gravity and I don't fall over when I start driving. All right, let's start working on this body.
So I started by gathering up a bunch of lumber so I could get into the cutting phase. Cutting phase meaning I'm just cutting a bunch of lumber to various sizes so I can get into the building phase. Now the building phase is when I just start literally building the frame for the mech. And this part is really important and it takes a long time because the frame needs to be super strong, super sturdy, and lightweight so it doesn't crush the electric skateboards. So I need to be really smart about what boards I put where so I don't accumulate too much weight.
All right, the frame for the body's coming along pretty good. Now, I should probably build myself a seat because this bucket is not gonna cut it.
So I wanted to build the seat with as little material as possible to avoid making it too heavy, so I just grabbed a 4x4 and a bike seat and just, made it happen.
Oh yeah, no, this is pretty comfortable. This is nice. I like it. It actually leaves a lot of room in here. It feels good. Well, now that I've got my frame and my seat taken care of, I gotta start working on the walls. Okay, now there's one important thing I need to keep in mind here. The driver needs to be able to see out of the front of this thing while remaining protected. So whatever I end up building right here, I need to be able to see through it.
But for now, I'm just gonna focus on building the walls of this mech as strong as I can, because let's be honest, if it's gonna stand a chance in this final battle, it's gonna have to be super tough, because we're going up against a force stronger than the world has ever seen.
Blue dude, yellow dude, orange dude, blue dude, already said that. Green dude, you guys ready to conquer the world or what?
Yeah, come on, man.
Yes.
I already said that, man.
Yeah. Good, because our laser is at... Our laser is at...
90%.
90%! Our laser... And we also have this awesome new robot on our team. You could say things are looking pretty good for us. It won't be long now. The world will soon be ours. I'm okay. And we'll finally be rid of those pesky cosmic roommates once and for all. Okay, now I want the front of this thing to look really cool because I want this thing to look really intimidating. So instead of using wood on the front, I'm gonna use, hold on. I'm gonna use this diamond plate steel stuff. Okay, it looks cool, but you're probably noticing the same problem that I am, and it's super reflective and I can't see anything besides that, so we're gonna paint it. Okay, this thing's looking pretty sick. I gotta say, I like it. Now, obviously, I still gotta figure out how to protect the face area. But you're probably wondering why I left this giant hole in the side right here. So as I explained before, we're gonna have a shield and a cannon over here. And we're gonna have a giant battle axe over here. So this hole is so I can stick my arm out and control the battle axe. But before I start working on the weapons and stuff, I gotta get this face shield taken care of.
Now it's gotta be something that can protect the driver's face and allowing them to see through it. Now I've done this before, so yeah, I'm just gonna do that again.
Oh yeah, this is perfect. There's no way anything is gonna get in here. All right, you can stop now. Okay, so the next thing I need right now is hinges because I need a door on the back of this. All right, we got good news and bad news. Bad news is none of these pieces of wood are big enough to create a full door. Good news is I got an idea.
Now, this wasn't just any kind of idea. This was the type of idea that when you're done, you step back and you say, wow, that was a good idea.
Okay, so once I'm in here, we can lock the door behind me like that so it stays closed. And yeah, we are in here. It's a little tight, but it works. We got protection. We can see through, and yeah. Let's start working on the shield cannon.
Purple dude, what's with all the dishes? It's a total mess in here.
Yeah, the dishes were boxing glove guy's chore. It just wouldn't feel right to do them.
Dude, the laundry's piling up too. We can't live like this.
Yeah, laundry was robot's chore. Now they're gone. Now where was I? Right, I gotta figure out how to build a shield.
I'm gonna build a wooden shield with metal reinforcement, so I think the best way to do this is to attach the metal to the wood, draw my shield shape, and then cut it out all at once.
So step 1 was to attach the metal to the wood, while step 2 was to cut the shape of the shield out of the wood, and step 3 was to paint it.
All right, well, I just gotta wait for this thing to dry. So the shield is gonna go right here, and there's gonna be a cannon right behind it that kinda goes through the shield. So in order to do that, I need to build a cannon. We have a cannon right here.
Oh, right, yeah, I forgot I had this little cannon lying around. I don't even know why I built it, but I had it.
All right, yeah, this cannon's pretty good, but it is not in working order, but we can fix it up.
So I quickly fixed all the issues with this little cannon, and I almost had it in working order.
Okay, so now all I need is a way to send gas and flame through this hose so that way I can have a big explosion inside the chamber.
So I needed a propane torch, but the problem is I just used my last 2 propane torches to build the mini tank. Man, how was I gonna get a propane torch in such a pinch?
Hi, are you making a shield cannon for your mech suit and you need a propane torch in a real pinch?
Yeah?
Well then come on down to Frank's Propane Torch Store. Come on, baby! Located on the other side of town.
Other side of town? I don't have time for that.
If you can't make it to the other side of town, that's totally fine. You actually already have a propane torch in the garage on top of the shelf next to the Rickroll.
What? All right, this thing should be in working order now. We just need something to shoot out of here. What if we shoot socks out of it, you know, because Soxes will be driving it? Shooting socks at hyperspeed? That could be deadly. Let's do it.
All right, yeah, that was kind of lame.
What if we put rocks in the socks?
Yeah, that works.
Our shield cannon is done and it looks super cool. Now, I gotta start working on the battle axe. And I still gotta throw a head on this thing. All right, now to build a battle axe, the most important thing I'm gonna need is a really good blade.
Now, how am I gonna make a giant axe blade?
Well, hey, remember when we made those ninja stars?
Oh yeah, I made ninja stars, and I made them using this really cool stuff called polycarbonate. It's super strong, it's clear, and it can be extremely sharp. And it's gonna have to be sharp, because we're going up against a literal army.
Go, go, go! Hit the trash can! Hit the trash can! Wait! Hit the lawnmower! Hit the lawnmower! Dude! Robot!
I love you, robot.
Red dude, I gotta say, I had my doubts. But it looks like you're about to conquer your first planet. Well done.
Yeah, when we started doing all this, I did not believe in you at all. But now I do.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks.
Well, at this point, the blade was razor sharp, so it was time to give it a paint job.
All right, while I wait for that to dry, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this axe to attach to the mech.
So the idea here is to just build an arm that comes off the side of the mech.
So now I've got this little swivel-dee guy on here, and what we're gonna do is attach the axe to this so I can control it from in there. Okay, well the axe is done drying, so now it's time to build an axe.
Everything was going good until I couldn't get the axe blade onto the axe handle. Like, I tried everything I could, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get it to budge. I was just about to give up, but then my answer became clear.
Yo, give me that drink. No way, man, I'm down to my last sip. Give me it. Drink! Yes! Okay, we're almost done. Do I look like Gimli, son of Gloin? Good.
Yo! Dude! Look at that! Oh my God! Say a prayer, Walter Malone. Oh! Dude! That is so sick!
Okay, now that I've got my battle axe, I've got to get this thing on the mech.
Well, this is it. The final part of the final build. I can't believe I've built 3 of the most powerful battle vehicles I've ever made, and I hate to say it, but I still don't think it's gonna be enough. There's only 3 of us. They've got 5 super strong aliens, 4 mutant birds, and of course, they've got robots.
Preston, we're live.
We just got word that the aliens will be blowing up our city any minute now. We go live to our unpaid intern.
I'm here at the alien site, and as you can see behind me, the laser is at 99% charge. I'm sorry to say that this is farewell.
Yeah! You heard it here first, Austin! We're taking over the world!
Ready to go? What are we doing? Fight the bad guys, save the world. We can't beat them. I know. But what's the alternative? We stay home while they destroy the world? I don't know. We're the cosmic roommates. We don't fight because we think we can win. We fight because there's something worth fighting for. Fight the bad guys, save the world.
So we're really doing this, huh?
Well, this is it, guys. There's 11 of them and 3 of us. Make that 4.
Boxing glove guy, you're back!
We're the cosmic roommates. We stick together. Now let's go get our robot back. Let's do this.
Yeah! Hey Jake, I can use a hand over here.
No. Come on.
You're going nowhere.
Thanks! Oh man, this is nothing like my video games.
Just like the simulations.
Where do you think you're going? You turned your back on us! You were my only friend who understood my lack of emotional availability!
You ain't gonna win this time, sock boy!
Gotcha! You don't care about me! You don't even care enough to fight back!
Psst. Hey, his ethics chip is pretty loose.
I don't know what that means!
Give it a little nudge. Punch him harder.
All right, everybody, listen up. Settle down now, or Bob the Builder gets it.
No.
Nice and easy now. Hey, Robot! How about you wrangle them puppies together for us?
I think I'll pass on that.
Huh?
I think I've done enough harm for one day.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
It's good to have you back, bro.
It's good to be back. Hey, let's go get him.
Let's go, baby! Woo!
Take me down! Ain't nobody beats the Tangerine Devil.
Watch me.
Hey, no!
Boss!
What? No.
Green dude! Get your head in the game! I need you! Nah! I'm gonna destroy you right now! Forever! Give it a break, dude. You're outnumbered. You're outnumbered! No, you're literally outnumbered.
Red dude, that's enough.
No! I'm in charge!
I said enough!
What? No! No! What did you do?
Face it. We're outnumbered now. It seems I was wrong about you. You can stay here on this rock if you want to, but I'm done here. I think I'll start a podcast.
Yeah, boss, my tummy hurts. They won for sure.
No! Guys! Come on, guys! Come on! Guys! Come on, guys! Guys! Come on! Come on, guys! Guys! Come on! Guys! Come on! Come on! Come on! Guys!
When the odds are stacked against us, we don't give up. That's when we show up. Because we don't fight because we think we're gonna win. We fight because some things are just worth fighting for.
Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks to the superhero team, the Cosmic Roommates, our city, our home, is safe.
Hold up! Remember! Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up! Wait, this is open. Sorry. Hold up! Sorry, this is so hard because I keep opening it. Hold up! Wait, hold up! I'm serious! Oh, wait, right, okay. Ready?
Yeah.
One more time.
Y'all see that?
I did not believe in you at all.
I'm sorry, that's...
Now you can do it.
Trashophonic quadro carbonator.
Okay, it's just your standard trashophonic quadro carbonator. Trashophonic quadro carbonator.
Just your standard trashophonic
Phonic carbonator.
quadro carbonator.
Trashophonic, just your standard trashophonic quadro carbonator. Kind of skipped it, yeah. It's just your standard trashophobic quadro carbonator.
Trashophobic?
Did I say trashophobic?
Yeah.
Trashophonic
Quadro carbonator.
Trashophonic quadro carbonator. Just your standard trashophonic quadro carbonator.
Yes!
Okay.
Do I have a booger in my nose right now? Actually?
Probably somewhere.
I haven't had water in 7 days, guys.
Stop!
Move! That's crazy!
I love you, robot. I like the way you move, robot.
Hey, you got some nice guns on you.
You move. I love you, Purple Dude. I love you. I love you. Please, no more. Toxus, what do you think Gandalf said to... Do you think the little hand up is like...
That's pretty sweet, yeah. You. Right you are. Yes, I am.
Sorry, dude.
Now we have a shield, and the shield looks really cool. Now I'm sweeping up the shield, so when I paint the shield, it doesn't look like butt, cause it'll be nice and clean.
You're going nowhere. Let me do that again. You're going nowhere, brother.
Ooh, maybe we're going nowhere. Oh my god.
One.
Yeah!
Yeah.
It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. How's your pancreas? I don't have a pancreas. I'm an alien. Oh, dadgummit. Forget that guy.
Boxing glove guy, you're back! That's perfect.
That's it?
That's perfect.
Let's do it. Oh my god, it's stuck. It's actually stuck. It's like...
I see.
Well, this time it looks like you might be onto something this time.
So good.
This is Preston Fluffalopagus signing off.
Even the bad guys like this comic.
Yeah.
Guys! Come on! Come on, guys! Come on, guys! Come on!
Well. So you thought this was over, huh? You thought that I'd quit? You thought I would just give up? No! This isn't over till I say it is.
Yeah, I think his mic's off.
Yep. Can you guys hear me?
Hey, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I think you're muted, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah, okay, yeah, basically all I said was, I know we fumbled the last one, and, I haven't forgotten about that, and we're coming back strong, and I'm glad you guys are back on board with the whole evil conquest thing here, and I look forward to leading you guys in the next chapter. We're gonna take over the world, we're gonna take over the galaxy, ultimately the universe, if that all happens, so... Yeah, I just would like to thank you guys for coming back on board. I know it was a rough one, and that's kind of it. So if there's anything I can do to help you guys help me be your most evil selves, let me know. I'll do whatever I can to help. That's kind of it. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, balls.
Sounds good, brother.